Hello, and welcome again to Screaming at the Cinema. Today's film is the sequel to 1987's alien science fiction film Predator, Predator 2. Rather than the jungles of South America, this film takes place in the concrete jungle of Los Angeles. Please begin your copy of Predator 2 in 3, 2, 1. Ba-da-dum-bum, bow, wump, bump, bam, ba-da, na 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 bum ba bum ba na 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 bum ba da na 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 bwam. It's the Predator 2. I watched the Predator trailer this week, so since it came out, I decided to do a Predator movie, and this is the one that the Predator trailer actually reminded me a lot of, because Predator 2 also takes place in a city. I think that it's an interesting idea. I just don't think it has been done well yet. So, yeah, there's that. Predator 2! Oh no! So this takes place in a weird, not so distant future of 1997, when the movie came out in 1990. So in 7 years, it seems that that Los Angeles has devolved into a RoboCop Detroit, where themed gangs rule the streets. And the police fight them in riot gear. See, I can't imagine a universe in which this actually exists. I have never seen gang violence like this, you know. I lived in inner city St. Louis for 3 years. You know, I don't really think that this is a feasible future. That, you know, that people would allow it to get this bad. Of course, you know, there were active, open firefights between mafia guys and you know, Elliot Ness and you know, his guys in Chicago in the 1930s. So maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I just don't see that this actually happening at any point. But there definitely was a huge gang problem in the 80s and early 90s. New York, especially, had some really bad gang problems until they fixed them. Martial Law, that guy from Tekken? I don't think he was in Tekken in 1990. Maybe he was in LA, fixing the gang problems. Danny Glover has a very interesting filmography. You know, he does this movie and then Lethal Weapon basically right after it. that's the next thing that he's in, I think. And then, in 2004, he was in Saw. Which, all three roles he's playing cops. But still, it's a very weird sort of thing, where he's like, oh, I'm in these, well, they were R-rated comedies, but, they were much more family friendly, at least, than Saw. Let's put it that way. Something that's kind of more mainstream. And then to straight up horror. But, then in Saw, one of the guys in that is Cary Hughes, I believe is how you pronounce his name. And the role that he's really known for is being in The Princess Bride as Prince Wesley. So it takes all kinds, right? And maybe, he takes the jobs that he's given. He takes the jobs that he can get. But this is kind of an interesting sequence. Because he's going to go save the motorcycle cops. And there's the Predator watching. Danny Glover, seems interesting. And that was a good idea, putting the flak jackets in the car windows like that. Oh no, we better run away, because he drove a car near us. Okay, sniper rifle. And a fistful of cocaine. I'm sure that's how you should measure that. That won't get you, a nosebleed or anything. It'll be great. Apparently this film was recut like 20 times because of violence, specifically Predator violence. I wonder how bulletproof an actual car door is. I'm going to say not very, but, there's a difference between cars made in the 1980s and cars made now. Cars made now are basically a metal shell with plastic on it. There's way more plastic parts. There's way more fiberglass parts, making them lighter, which makes them more fuel efficient, things like that. And then, but they're built specifically to actually be safer, even though they're not made of, full-on steel like they were in, say, the 70s. You get like a Chevelle from the 70s, and it's just a block of steel. Those things are durable as all, Oh, el Scorpio es ready, oh. It's too bad Danny Trejo wasn't really in... Well, it was 1990. It would have been cool if Danny Trejo would have been in there. Those kind of roles are made better by the people who are... the people who are good at it. Danny Trejo plays that role very well. Oh, I'm a Mexican juggler guy. Like Breaking Bad. And he comes off with the right amount of cheese, if you know what I mean, where it's cheesy, but it's not embarrassing. It's actually more like fun. Though I have to say, his character Machete from the Robert Rodriguez films of those names. Machete, Machete Kills. I think there's others. Him showing up in the Spy Kids movies is probably the weirdest reference I've ever seen in my life. Because Machete is ultra violence, and then Spy Kids is cheesy kids movies. It's the weirdest thing. But having Robert Rodriguez direct those was the weirdest thing. So, I'm not the biggest fan of his. I don't really like his style very much. He's not looking at you. Hello, here I am. I'm gonna shoot you. Oh, no, he didn't. He's just watching. Okay, he's looking over the side. He ruined their picnic lunch. The sequel was not actually planned when Predator came out, which is interesting that it came out only 3 years after. But the writers of this film, I don't think they wrote the last one, but the writers of this film, they wanted to write a sequel with Dutch, but Arnold Schwarzenegger actually decided against. He rejected it because he didn't like the idea for the sequel, taking him out of the jungle and all that. But they wanted to write a sequel, and they actually waited to see how the comic book series that Dark Horse did, how it performed. And it actually ended up being a hit, comic book wise in the 90s, which, wasn't great because comic books took a big dip in the 90s. That's why you saw Death of Superman and things like that year, because they were trying to spike business. Marvel actually almost declared bankruptcy in the 90s. So the fact that they're the top brand right now is kind of a rags to riches story almost, of, selling their rights to Disney. So the comic book did well, so the writers were able to convince Fox to do another movie. And now it's going to get the fourth entry. They keep trying to restart this franchise. They really, really want it to be a franchise. I just don't think the movies have been done very well. For me, even the first Predator isn't that great. It's fine, but not great. In my opinion, the best Predator movie is actually Alien versus Predator. The first one. The claw marks are pretty cool. Oh no, I gotta get away! But yeah, this franchise has not had... It's an interesting character. I think it's an interesting design. It's an interesting race of aliens even. It's just had the worst luck in movies. Is his face in guacamole? I think the setup's actually pretty good. The reason that the Predator came here is not exactly known. See, Gary Busey's character actually was written for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was supposed to be Dutch from the first film. He was supposed to show up. But he decided he didn't want to be in the movie, so they went with Gary Busey instead. There's barbed wire in the street? Jeez. Yeah, Bill Paxton! I'm gonna be the villain in your next movie. Oh my god. King Willie's Voodoo Gang. He's just trying to be nice. He's just glad he's not fighting aliens right now. Or the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or the Terminator. This is an interesting thing about Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton was in all of the big sci-fi movies of the 1980s. Well, not Star Wars, but all the big sci-fi movies other than Star Wars. So he was in Aliens, he was in Terminator 1, and he was in Predator 2. So he was in all three of the biggest sci-fi franchises of the decade. The ones that everyone remembers, right? Okay. Sexual harassment complaint, maybe? She grabbed his junk. So, what is his rank actually? Is he LT? Huh. I guess he would be a lieutenant, right? Because his superiors are the captain and the deputy chief. So that would obviously be, oh no, kids, cover your eyes. I forgot that was in here. It's the voodoo gang. They're shooting everybody. Why? Because voodoo, I guess. Voodoo plus question marks equals profit. Probably drugs. But you know. Oh, I'm sure this is going to go well. Oh, yeah. Great. It's going to go awesome. That looks like one they had to edit. Predators become the prey. That's what these guys love. Since they had a lot more time with the development of this, they actually developed a lot more new weapons for the Predator. I think they also might have taken some from comic books as well, but I don't know that for certain. But it just kind of makes sense if the comic book came first, that if anything appears in the comic book, at least the first run, then it probably came from the comic books first, rather than the movie. Obviously. Oh. Okay. Everybody's dead. Except for the chick, because she literally had nothing. No weapons, no clothes. And he only skinned his kills. And he happens to have cloaking, and we don't think that's weird at all. Yeah, Lieutenant. You let him in here, man. You know, because he fought the Predator. Oh, wait. No, he didn't. It was that other guy. Wasn't that PR before? Well, yeah, they're gonna depose her. I'm pretty sure it was surveillance last time. Our masked vigilante. Batman Predator. Predator Man? Predator versus Batman? That's a comic book, by the way, in case you didn't know. Batman's fought just about everybody. Predator included. Though I think the weirdest crossover I've ever heard of is where the Punisher, Marvel, showed up in Riverdale and was going after Archie because Archie happened to be the spitting image of a mob boss. So So Punisher was running in there to kill freaking Archie. That's hysterical. If you can just open the door without the... Why would you... I don't understand. Why would you have the tape if you could just go under and around it? The tape... You're supposed to seal the seal of the door shut. So that if they open the door, you can tell. Because they have to cut the tape. That's what the tape is for. Crime scene tape, that's not the same thing. But, they also seal doors, at like apartments and stuff. If the apartment is a crime scene, they'll seal the door with tape. So you can't get through without damaging the tape. He's gonna go investigate the batarang that he left. This really does feel like a gritty sort of Punisher-style superhero movie. It's like, oh, he's going in and killing all the gang guys. What's he doing? Let's investigate. Like the Predator is supposed to be the hero of the piece, and that's not exactly the thing. He's, AVP, he's the hero. The Predator is the hero. But not in his franchise of movies. It's the humans that are the heroes. I found your batarang in the air conditioner. Can I be your Robin? Hello, I like that back. That sounds totally different than the first movie. He sounds like Murtaugh. No, I'm sorry, Riggs. His name is Murtaugh. Riggs. He sounds like Riggs. He's just crazy. Oh no. No? Riggs! Riggs! You can't go against the Fed, Riggs. Danny Glover. Danny Glover. Danny Glover's a by-the-books cop, but Danny Glover is a wild card. Well, he didn't need to get all handsy. He just had to ask. Jeez. Cameras are on, and let's get started with the laser tag. Sorry. Yeah, let me put this in the centrifuge. Oh, okay, it's a microscope. Never mind. It's an electron microscope, so. You know. It's a new element. Batmanium. No. Look at that gigantic cartoon blunt. That's hilarious. Now, the implication of the trailer was that they were attempting hybridization. I think that the one thing that they could probably do is to improve their eyesight. But we don't know, well, no, he took off his mask in the first one and he still kind of had the thermal sight. So if they were able to improve their eyesight through hybridization, that will be one thing. So you get a human predator hybrid? I don't know. The new movie is a total enigma, but I hope it's good because it would be the first good one in the series, in my opinion. Oh, it's King Willie. He's got a can with a snake on it, so you know he's real. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. I'm sure that's right. It's just a ghost. Tia Dalma makes a strange appearance. A torch of a destiny. See, it was different then. I thought you said it was always the same. See, but why would he be hunting King Willie? And isn't water supposed to screw up their cloaking? There you go. Why are you quoting the Bible? So yeah, he's cleaning it up. It's very important that your skull is clean. Predator wins. Fatality. Okay, so then why are you upset that this vigilante's doing this stuff? But I still don't see a motivation. Because, you could say it was trophy hunting, like in the first film. It was like, oh, this predator just came for the trophy hunting. He wanted to hunt humans. But then, why would he go after King Willie? He wouldn't know that he's a hard target to get because he doesn't watch the news, does he? Does he watch the news in English and understand it? And if he can understand it, then how can he not speak it? How can he not totally just walk around normal human life? It's like, I'm a dude in a suit. This predator in a three-piece suit, and then the mask. They just want some time alone so they can do their annual laser tag tournament. The only reason they're going after the predator is they want their own. They want to use laser. They want to have their laser tag be with real lasers. You stay here. I'm going to immediately leave and start shooting people in my imagination in the graveyard. Oh, this should be a great idea. It's like, oh wait, it's just a plastic gun. It's not real. So, if he's really following, Danny Glover, is it because of the way that he acted in that firefight? Because he saw him in the firefight? Where is it? Where is it? What was that little laughing noise? That was weird. Oh. Headphones. Ugh. Yeah. See, this is another themed gang. See, I don't understand his attack on the train, definitely. Because Danny Glover is not here. And he wasn't here before. Maybe it's because Bill Paxton and what's-her-name are here. Leona, yeah. Maybe it's because they're here. But I don't see... Is he trying to kill them? He's just killing everybody on the train? I don't understand this sequence. And the strobe lights just makes it way more confusing. But he's just got like netting over his skin. Are you aiming for his helmet? How is he taking 37,000 bullets? I'm Batman. Okay. Okay. He's not coming out from back there. I think he got murdered. Because if the Predator died at that point, then it would be super confusing and weird. Because, like, then what's the rest of the movie about? Because we still have almost an entire hour left. Of course, that includes credits, but credits are only like 10 minutes long, usually. Unless it's for one of these new, like the MCU movies and stuff like that with all kinds of effects and stuff. Then they're like 15 minutes long, it feels. It's like, now we gotta credit everyone who works for this one CGI company. And we've got to credit the 27,000 people who work for this one CGI company. Because 25 different CGI companies worked on all the effects so that we could get it out in 6 months. The fact that they have MCU movies coming out every 6 months like clockwork is insane. That's got to be a crazy work schedule. Of course, it's not for everybody, of course. But production teams have a lot of bleed over. Kevin Feige, for example. Oh, wow, he kills Leona, too? Because it kind of feels like... Oh, no, he's not going to kill her because she has a baby. But who did... Whatever, it doesn't matter. She is a baby. So now... he's going to spare her. But if I wasn't mistaken, most of his body is still covered in that, like, netting, like the hunter in the first one, because this is an entirely different predator. It's a race of creatures. This is an entirely different one. But he seems to be But who? Was it Danny? Is that what they're going to reveal? Like we care? Is Bill Paxton alive? Bill Paxton does not survive any of these 3 movies. He dies in Terminator 1, he dies in Aliens, and he dies in this movie. Where's Bill Paxton? Bill Paxton, who? Jerry. but she wasn't armed. But she was armed, I mean. But the baby wasn't armed. If the baby had a gun, then he would have killed her. then he would have killed her. This woman has 2 guns trained on me. I gotta kill her. Crunch goes the neck. Your spine! Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. He saw Frogger and he thought he'd try it. No. He got cold cocked by a cop. I think it's this alley. There's an alleyway scene that they were shooting. And I think it might have been the one with King Willie, but I don't know. But basically, the residents of the well, this one's all covered in trash. But I think it's the other one. But the alley that they were filming in, the people didn't like how much noise they were making at night, so they were throwing bags full of poop at them, and there was a lot of garbage in the place, in the alley already. And among the garbage, they found a dead body, actually, while they were cleaning up some of it. This was originally supposed to be on the Chrysler Building in New York, but they decided due to budget constraints to film in LA instead. So now it's on Eastern, whatever that is. This is the command center for our awesome laser tag place. It's a new venture that the US government is going for. It's our new laser tag arena. Liquid nitrogen is used for the gas, the fog. You mean aliens? Yeah. Oh my. Well, there it is already. They're really not giving us a good look at that predator. Okay. Crazy thing is, inside this packing plant, there was so much dust and stuff that they kicked up that they actually needed the respirators that they're using there. Because the source of these UV lights wouldn't create any heat. Uh-huh. There's no reason to assume that he would be able to understand English. So why would you need radio silence? Well, making noise still, but you know, hey. It's inside a it's inside a helmet, you know. I don't think you'd be making that much noise, especially if you're whispering into a radio. Huh. That yawn came out of nowhere. This is supposed to build tension, but instead it's boring. Everything's very cold, like Alaska. Everything is also very boring, also like Alaska. He's right there above you. Yeah, he's there. Okay, right. He's right ahead of you. Oh no! And then the alien gets him. Poor Captain Dallas. See, honestly, I think an entire movie based around them being in the Arctic would be awesome. Like if a movie took place in, say, the taiga forests in like Russia. That would be awesome. And you had a force that were actually trying to catch these guys, because it's become this big rash of sightings. Well, not sightings, but killings in the Predator fashion. You know, that would be cool, in my opinion. You know, and led him to a frozen forest. It would be kind of a cool locale. Yeah, see, he's still got most of the netting on his body. There's no reason that he wouldn't have been taking damage from that pistol fire, you know? Unless they're saying his body can block bullets. Well, this is just ripped off completely from Aliens. In the middle of all of you? This is totally just ripped off of Aliens. It's too bad that Bill Paxton isn't here to freak out. Yeah, he's making totally different sounds. It is so weird. Oh, no. It's cold enough that might freeze him. Or at least it looks cold enough. Not Keys. Gary Busey, he's not dead. Oh no, it was an explosion. There you go. So he did the explosion with something. He's not doing the clicking. I miss it. I like the clicking. The clicking that is an obvious, not human sound. Oh no, there's all the water. He can't do it. Critical damage to his gun. We've got all these cow carcasses. We can't sell them. What can we use them for? Well, I mean, they're just plastic cow carcasses. What could they possibly... Can we shoehorn in a meat packing factory or a butcher or a slaughterhouse or something into something that's coming up? Well, we do have that ill-advised Predator sequel. Yeah, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been taking damage from those bullets from before. Because he's taking damage from bullets now from a rifle. Or is it a shotgun? If it's a shotgun with slugs, then you have a... Yeah, I think that's a shotgun. Yeah, it's a shotgun. Shotgun with slugs. Okay, sure. Maybe that's different. Maybe the bullets were just too small to penetrate. Nope, that's a rifle. I don't know what kind. I don't recognize it. It's an Aryan. Oh no. Yeah, I don't recognize that thing at all. It looks like a sawed-off shotgun with a pistol grip. Again, can they breathe oxygen? Because he didn't suffocate at the end of Predator. And that definitely isn't airtight. Yep, it's an Aryan. How did you know to complete the line? The other guy died. Though they're extremely durable. Come on, guy. It's... Did he freeze him? I don't think so. See, and this between me and him would make way more sense if it was actually Dutch from the last game, from the last movie. And that's one that they definitely had to censor. Hello? Anybody up here? Just a little on me? Hope there aren't any predators up here looking to cure me. Hello? Hooray! Jump scares! But at least they didn't have the accompanying gigantic sounds. It wasn't as ridiculous as they are nowadays, at least. Yeah, that would suggest they actually cannot breathe oxygen. Okay. What exactly is your plan? I'm gonna jump! Okay, I'm gonna jump too. You wanna jump? Let's jump! Stop. It's embedded in concrete, buddy. Okay, so before the charge was armed, sure, okay. Oh. That's okay, the Johnsons were intending to remodel their bathroom anyway. Honey, did you buy the giant inflatable alien that's in our bathroom right now? No, I thought you did. I don't understand. What? Are you making a bomb? This is actually kind of a cool sequence. I forgot about this. No, you don't want to fall off. And there goes the gun. Is there any reason that you couldn't just go down the stairs from before? No, it's his health kit. See, there's his mandible trimmers, and his claw shapers, and his Bunsen burner. Drywall? Crumbled up drywall and porcelain? And fluid from glow sticks. Wouldn't it be hilarious if that was like a spell or a potion or something where it's like, no, I throw magic at you now. It's like, everything's been tech until like 5 seconds ago. When did it go to magic? You better get the Glock from that drawer there. Well, he's got the smart disc. I guess he could still do something useful. It's a really, really bad poop, ma'am. I'll be out in just a second. See? Now you can use the bathroom. Now's the perfect time for him to say he's too old for, you know. No, he did. It's in the toilet there. Because that would be easy, wouldn't it? Stupid dogs. This is why I recorded it like 2 in the morning last time. Oh, this is bad. Uh-oh. Time to hit the emergency stop, please. But it's Predator in the elevator! That was about the dumbest thing you could possibly do. I mean, it worked out okay, but holy crap, was it the worst thing you could possibly do. So you did it twice, you know. It's good that the Predator took all this time to paint all the murals inside his ship. You know, it's good to see him exploring his artistic side. It's very foggy with horror fog. There's the alien skull. It proves that the Xenomorph and the Predator are part of the same universe. There's Bill Paxton's skull, I think. Yeah, got out of it. Sorry it's so dirty in here. I didn't have time to clean up before our awesome battle. Wait, did you just push him or slice him? This last sequence is actually pretty cool. And there we go. The Predator is dead now. Or maybe not. It's weird how instead of blood, maybe it's gore, and their gore is phosphorescent. That's 3 more Predators. It's like, uh-oh. This is bad. That's 5 more Predators. 7 more Predators. 9 more Predators. This is a big ship. So which one of you is the artist? This is a crazy way for it to end. That was my predator wife. Goodbye. No, that predator looks older. I would say son. Whoa, look how old he is. That's a flintlock pistol. If, assuming that he took it. Wow, I don't remember this at all. 1715. That means that predator's over 300 years old. Now would be the time to leave. Oh, wow, he's actually fine at the end of this. Dude, wouldn't it be the weirdest thing if he came back? If he was, like, in the new movie? Because Danny Glover's still alive. Isn't he? Yeah, he's still alive. He could totally be in Predator. He could totally be in the Predator if he wanted to be. Wow, look at him. He's all covered in ash. You know what? This movie was not as bad as I remembered it. I remember this movie as being atrocious. I've actually changed my mind on this. There's lots of them. And they live like super long. You dig? The truth is out there. The truth is out there. Predators come here to hunt humans. All right. Well, I think I kind of summed up my thoughts on this, actually. Jim and John Thomas were the ones who, really wanted to do this. It was actually a lot better than I remember. It's definitely a 90s movie, but it's actually way... It's pretty good, actually. I think now this might be my favorite Predator movie. That was a lot better than the first one. I don't have many other thoughts than that, on this. I think it was directed pretty well. I think, I think it's pretty good. So, I will be seeing you guys next time on Screaming at the Cinema. That was Predator 2, a commentary by Screaming at the Cinema. Please like and subscribe in order to be notified when new content has been released. And happy watching.